So you were this close to actually finishing your book. But thankfully, you stopped, because finishing it, that would mean risking pride, success, and the horrifying possibility that you might actually have to call yourself a writer. In this video, I'll walk you through the 10 rock-solid reasons why finishing your book is a terrible idea. Seriously, protect your sanity. Leave it halfway done, just the way the creative gods intended. I mean, let's be real. Nothing you do for the first time is going to be very good, right? So why finish this book? It probably won't be a bestseller. It's probably not going to change your life overnight. Certainly not going to allow you to leave your day job. You'll just end up with a complete manuscript and a creeping feeling that maybe now you do have to do something with this story. I mean, honestly, who has the emotional bandwidth for that? So before you make any rash decisions, like typing the end, here are 10 excellent reasons to keep that book safely unfinished. So reason number 1, finishing a book is a lot of work. I mean, let's start with the obvious here. It requires a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of brain cells. You'll have to sit down, think thoughts, and then actually type them repeatedly. Some days you might even have to write when you're not feeling inspired. Why put yourself through that? You could just think about writing instead. Reason number 2. This story isn't going to turn out like you hope it will, you know that, right? I mean, sure, you might have thought you were writing the next great American novel, but now you're halfway through and things are just weird. The characters aren't cooperating, the plot's going off in all these weird directions. Somehow your quiet, reflective novel now has a talking goat in chapter 7. It's better to just stop now before this story turns into something you didn't even plan. I mean, keep the dream intact, okay? Let the perfect vision of what this story could be live safely in your mind, untouched by reality. And if that logic speaks to you, just wait. We're only getting started. Some of the best reasons to give up are still to come. So reason number 3 not to finish this book, it's probably not going to be a bestseller, so why bother? Let's do the math. The odds of your book hitting the bestseller list, slightly lower than being struck by lightning while holding a signed book deal in one hand and a Newbery medal in the other. And even if it's not your first book, even if it's your second or your third or your fifth or what have you, it still probably isn't going to make you enough to quit your day job. So what are we doing here? Spending all this time pouring ourselves into this story, when at best, it may earn only a handful of polite comments, and maybe a royalty check big enough to buy lunch at McDonald's? Seems wildly irresponsible, really. Better to wait until you can guarantee that it will change your life forever. Or, you know, maybe just don't do it at all. Reason number 4, it's better to leave it unfinished so it can properly continue to haunt you. Let's not underestimate the value of a half-finished project. It gives you something to think about at 3 a.m. in the morning. And it also ensures that that low level of creative guilt is always close by, sort of like a comfy blanket. I mean, unfinished books are excellent at whispering things to you like, you said you cared about this, you told people you were working on it, what happened to it, huh? I mean, it's honestly comforting if you think about it. Having something that's just slightly out of reach. Like a dream you'll definitely return to, someday. Maybe, probably not. Of course, the real danger isn't in just finishing the book. It's what finishing a book might lead to. Because once you cross that line, well, things can really escalate. Reason number 5 you don't want to finish this book is because finishing means then you'll have to edit it. We know what that means. You'll have to go back through it, line by line, multiple times, and face what you actually wrote. Not what you thought you got down when you were in the zone. No, this is where all those awkward phrases crop up, all those grammatical errors, all those places where the scenes move way too slow. The repetition, the paragraphs that you were proud of until you came back with a clear head and looked them over. And worst of all, you'll discover that this book you finished, it's not perfect. And I mean, that's just rude. And once you've gone through all that, all the notes and the cuts and the rewrites and the tightening and the fixing the language and the sprucing up the word choices, well, then comes the real mistake. Because if you finish it and you edit it, then you might publish it. And that's a terrible idea, because if you finish it, you'll be tempted to share it, which means people might actually read it. And if they read it, they might have opinions about it. Sure, some of those opinions might be nice, But one of them, even if it's just one, might be weirdly harsh and delivered anonymously at 2 a.m. from someone with a profile picture of a cartoon frog. But that one, that's the one you'll think about for the rest of your life. Let's be honest. Why publish something when it could be misunderstood, ignored, or worse, appreciated in kind of a tepid, vaguely condescending way? No thank you. Reason number 7 that you shouldn't finish your book? You might have to call yourself a writer. And that's, well, it's a lot. Because the moment you finish and you publish, people are going to start asking questions like, what's it about? Can I read it? Where can I find it? Are you like a real writer now? And you'll have to either mumble something awkwardly under your breath and quickly change the subject, or stand there and claim the title out loud. Yes, I'm a writer, while your inner critic screams in the back of your mind. It's just safer to stay in that pre-finished zone where everything has all kinds of potential and no one expects anything of you. There's no label, there's no pressure, there's no follow-up questions at dinner. But hey, maybe you do finish it. Maybe you do get it edited, you push past the doubt, you actually publish it. You ignore the frog reviewer, and you even whisper, yeah, I'm a writer. Into the void? Well, good for you. Just know you've now opened a door. And what's waiting on the other side? It isn't rest and, bathing in your accolades. It's reason number 8. Reason number 8 that you shouldn't finish your book. If you finish this book, you might be compelled to write another one. And we can't have that, because once you finish one book, your brain is going to get ideas. Like dangerous ideas. Like maybe, what if I wrote a sequel? Or what if this is the beginning of a series? Or what if I want to try another genre? Or worse, what if I actually enjoy this and want to keep doing it for the rest of my life? That's how it starts. Finish one book, and then it's another, and then it's another, and then it's another. Then you're 6 drafts deep into something with a map, a pronunciation guide, and a minor character who suddenly wants their own spin-off. I'm warning you, just say no. Reason number 9 you don't want to finish your book. If you finish it, you might feel satisfied, and that is a slippery slope. I mean, you might feel proud or accomplished even, like you actually followed through on something meaningful, which sounds nice until you realize how unfamiliar that feeling might be. I mean, it might even stir up some dangerous emotions, like confidence, or even a quiet belief that you're capable of finishing big things. Don't get too comfortable, because all it takes is one review, one person who says, oh, it's fine, I guess, or calls your pacing uneven, or gives it 3 stars, and then compares it unfavorably to their favorite TikTok fanfic. And just like that, all that hard-earned confidence and a sense of accomplishment, it evaporates. It's better not to feel it at all. And finally, number 10 reason you do not want to finish this book is because then you'll probably print it and hold it in your hands and see what you did. And that's where the real danger sets in. Because once it's finished, it exists in the world. You'll hold it in your hands. You'll see a stack of pages that didn't exist before you sat down for hours and hours and hours and dragged all the words out. You'll flip through it. And you'll feel half proud and half terrified, realizing that you made something out of thin air. Maybe it was something messy at first or something flawed, but it turned into something real. That kind of thing, that is a way of getting under your skin, because it changes how you see yourself. You start walking around like someone who finishes things, someone who follows through, someone who actually dares to make art in a world full of distraction and doubt. And then, my writer friend, you'll be completely ruined at that point. Because there's no going back after that. So your mission of the week, should you choose to accept it, do not finish your book. Open the document, scroll through it, maybe fix a sentence or 2, talk about it, think about it, let it haunt you at 3 o'clock in the morning. But absolutely do not, whatever you do, finish it. Don't, under any circumstances, let yourself feel like you've made progress. You've worked way too hard to keep this book almost done. Let's not ruin that now, okay? But if for some reason you do want to finish this book, despite everything I've warned you about here, well, there's a whole guide to help you make that easier. It's called Escape the Writer's Web. It's full of personalized strategies designed to dismantle your excuses, and if that's not enough, there's also an Escape the Writer's Web workbook that you can work through in real time to help you make sure you do finish this book if that's really what you want to do. No matter what, understand you've been warned. I'm looking out for your best interests here. So yeah, keep that book unfinished, keep the dream alive, and definitely please don't come back here next week having made progress on it. I mean, that would just be disappointing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.